Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside.
I'm starting off on my freshly straightened hair. I actually just came back from the doctor, and while I'm doing my hair, we are going to be talking about a few things that I've learned since I've been living in apartments and also having a roommate. Now, while I'm doing my hair, I'm just going to be talking about some things, some lessons that I've learned since I've moved out and been an apartment owner, renter, or whatever you want to call it, and also having a roommate. Because there's a few things that I feel like could help some people out if they actually knew this before hopping into it. I mean, not that it's going to change anybody's idea of it, but it's just things that I've learned since experiencing this 2 different times. So first off, the first thing I would say is neighbors definitely do tell, okay? Neighbors tell, and I know that's obvious, but they tell a lot more often than you think they would. I know I've experienced it recently with my neighbors here, and it's just kind of like, dude, what grade are we in? Like, can you come knock on the door and say, hey, can you please stop doing this? Or, hey, can you turn the music down? Like, why do you have to call them? Some neighbors would come knock on the door and say, hey, you know, man, turn the music down a little bit or something like that. But the other ones, no, they just go straight to the office and tell them everything. So that's just super annoying, and it makes you feel like, you know, we're little kids a little bit. But having neighbors is definitely something to adjust to. Basically, you're living in the same building, and you know, you gotta talk to them, be nice with them, share. Like recently I asked a neighbor to use some aluminum foil. I went to 2 different doors. They gave us aluminum foil, and I'm like, wow, like, share with your neighbors, be nice to your neighbors. Like, when you have a good relationship with your neighbors, it feels really good. So it's teaching me to be considerate and nicer to them. I speak when I come outside, like, good morning, how are you today? Oh, I'll hold the door for you. So just stuff like that. So you will have to experience that in apartments. Flat iron, I'm gonna need you to get a little longer, baby, because you can't do this. They make the rules, and if you break those rules, then you get in trouble and it gets taken away from you. So it's kind of like, you know, when your mom buys you your first car and you can use it, but it's not really yours. So that's how I look at it, and I didn't really know that much about that when I was trying to move out at 19 years old. I didn't know they could really kick you out that easy over violations of the lease. Like, if you read your lease, there's violations that you could break, and some of them can be as serious as kicking you out the apartments. Your mental health and your emotions when you're, you know, in your apartment and moved out by yourself. And I'm talking mainly if you live by yourself, or let's say you have a roommate but your roommate is not always there, then, you know, that's something you should kind of focus on and make sure that it's mattering to you, because you can go through things like loneliness or depression, like sadness, because it's just you here. And when you're in a house with other people, you have different people to feed your energy and to make you happy and stuff like that. But when it's just you, sometimes your mental health and emotions is depending on you and how you handle them. So I would say definitely make sure you work on like those self-growth things and learn how to be alone, learn how to have fun alone, and, you know, get out of your thoughts all the time. Keep yourself busy. That's something that I also noticed. Like, keeping myself busy definitely, you know, keeps me focused on myself, keeps me feeling good. Like I said, I get happy from being productive and getting things done. So I had a roommate both times since moving out in the apartments, and your roommate, you better make sure you pick a right roommate. Your roommate is literally your teammate. Like, this is going to be like your life partner while you're at this place. You have to split the responsibility of the bills with them. You know, when things are going on in their life, it's kind of going on in yours too, because you guys are in the same space. Like, whoever your roommate is, if communication is not there, it's not gonna be a good journey, because there's gonna be so many things that you have to communicate on, and, you know, you gotta make sure you're both on the same page. So definitely have somebody that you feel like you can communicate with and work with and you ready to take on this journey with. As of right now, everything is going nice with my apartment. Like, it's not any problems I have. I can't complain at all. So I just like to share my experience with y'all and let y'all know that anybody can do it. We all can do it. I know we all want our own space sometimes, but there's a lot of other things that come with having your own space that you may have to, you know, pay attention to and get a grip on, like your budget and your spending habits, your mindset, your confidence, like all of this stuff you have to work on when you actually move out or when you're experiencing it, because it's going to test you. It's going to be challenges. It's going to be like, okay, baby, you having a problem at work. Is you going to quit your job and struggle, or are you going to stay at your job and, you know, gain that, what is that, character trait of being strong and resilient and not being held back? Like, it's a lot of tests and challenges with taking on responsibilities like this, or even a car note. When you dedicate bringing in a certain amount of income and you have responsibility, you have to think twice about stuff. And that was one of the biggest lessons of my life, because I had a time, this was probably last year when I first, not last year, that was probably 2 or 3 years ago. It was in my first apartment, and I had a time at work where I was like, I have to quit. Like, first of all, it was pride related. I was upset with an outcome in my classroom, and I felt like nobody was listening to my needs. So I'm like, I'm gonna quit. I'm quitting. I drove home crying I drove home to my apartment, just thinking like, Kendall, you got bills in a couple of weeks, but I want to quit. And I just really had to make an adult decision and take my booty right back into work the next day. So that definitely was a lesson for me. Like, that was a huge lesson for me, because Kendall would usually just be like, I'm out. You said something I don't like, I'm out. You don't want to listen to my needs, baby, I'm out. But I couldn't even do that, girl. I had bills to pay. And I definitely can't do that now. So yeah, it's just lessons, lessons, and lessons, and it gives you the growth that you need to become a responsible human being and take on new challenges. After you learn how to juggle having an apartment, you can juggle renting a house and then buying a house. Like, it's just levels to it. So yeah, I'm almost done with my hair, y'all. How's it looking so far? Drop a comment if you guys haven't been, what? So yeah, drop a comment if you guys have been enjoying Vlogmas on my channel. I know you guys saw the truth or drink with me and my girls, and then also we did like a makeup video. I want to start incorporating guests on my channel, friends and family on my channel. So let me know what y'all think about that. I'm gonna take some pictures before I go babysit for the gram.
You're gone now, will you coming back? Yeah, I know that, yeah, I know that. You're the traveling kind, it's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart, I hope I'll be your end destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation. I hope I'll be something that you won't let go. I'll be your high when you fall down low. I hope
Okay, so this is the end result of my hair. I think it turned out pretty cute, and I did that super duper fast. So yeah, this is just the trick that I like to do to make my hair look like I got maybe like a quick little silk press or even if I did it myself, it still looks really good. So I hope y'all got some good insight on some of the lessons that Kendall B has learned since moving out and experiencing this journey with my roommate the first time and having an apartment again. These are things that I've learned. So hopefully you guys, if you need any more help or suggestions, drop a comment of some video ideas you would like me to make talking about it, or I'll have all of my other apartment videos in the description box or at the top right here. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm about to film for y'all, get some pictures for y'all. So subscribe to my Instagram and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye, beautiful.